Good morning. Well, it's probably going to be afternoon by the time I get this video uploaded, but there is a good reason why I'm topless. It's not because I'm trying to show off, because I know I can't. I'm a skinny son of a bitch, let's face it. But it's because it's, by my standards, bloody hot, and I've just taken a shower. Look at me, God, I'm white. You can see where I've been to, like, the beach wearing t-shirts and that, hey? Thanks a lot, Shell. You're alright, you're a good girl. But, seriously though, it's like time for breakfast. So what I'm going to do is tell you a couple of jokes that I found last night. Two is all I can remember, but here they go. They're... Actually, I didn't find this one last night. I found it somewhere else ages ago, but it's a pretty funny one. There's a magician on board a cruise ship, and he's a fairly good magician, but because he's he got used to having to perform for a different crowd every week. Alright, so he'd recycle the same old tricks. And a couple of years into this bloke's career on board the ship, the captain gets a parrot, as captains do. This parrot is a particularly smart one. It can figures all sorts of things out, and it can talk very well. Not the usual, oh, Polly wants a cracker thing. But anyway, after a while, this parrot begins to figure out the magician's routine and starts shouting out all the secrets to the crowd. Okay, like, he's still in the box, he's still in the box. It's a doppelganger, it's a doppelganger, it's not him. Anyway, a couple of years go by, this keeps happening every week. The magician begins to develop a particular sort of hatred towards this parrot and wants to kill it. But he knows he can't because it's the captain's parrot. And anyway, one night the captain and his parrot have retired to their quarters to go and sleep, and the magician makes the most of this, decides he's going to do his show at night, while the smart-ass parrot is asleep. So anyway, while in the middle of his show, the ship strikes rocks and it sinks. Like a bag of shit, goes down. Anyway, the magician was the only one to survive, clinging to a bedstand, just like Rose in Titanic. And he's drifting through the ocean for a couple of hours, and lo and behold, what should come flitting out of the sky towards him was the magician's parrot, which obviously woke when the ship struck the rocks. But anyway, days go by, starving. The parrot's sitting there on this piece of driftwood. So is the magician, clinging to it for dear life. The magician desperately wants to eat the parrot, but knows he can't because it's the only company he has. So they stare at each other for days. Pure anger between them. It's just, you can cut it with a knife. Eventually the parrot opens its beak and goes, "Okay, you've got me fucked, where's the boat?" Yeah, that's a pretty old one. This one was one that I found last night. There's an officer in the German army. He's looking around and he sees one of his soldiers performing rather oddly. He's going around picking bits of paper up, looking at it, both sides, and going, "No, that's not it." I get that exactly where it was. Okay, this goes on for quite a while, a few days in fact. Eventually the officer gets a bit tired of it and sets his soldier up for a psychiatric assessment with the army psychologist. Anyway, excuse me, the guy goes for the appointment and gets declared delusional. So the psychologist writes out the guy's certificate of discharge hands it over to the bloke who picks it up, looks at it and goes, "Yep, that's it." Puts it back down on the table. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed those jokes, as I now have to make myself breakfast. And I don't know if you enjoyed staring at my sexually appealing naked body, but I hope you did. Out.